Okay, shorty, okay, shorty, okay, shorty, okay, shorty, okay, shorty, okay, shorty. Go to that bag, go to that bag, go to that bag, go to that bag. Okay, shorty, okay, shorty, okay, shorty, okay, shorty.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cyan, and I'm coming at you with another video. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. If you are new, make sure you push that subscribe button. If you aren't new, you see me before and you haven't subscribed, I'm gonna give you a chance to do it because I don't know why you ain't do it before. So today, as y'all can tell by the title, I'm doing a long overdue video. I was supposed to make this video, but I literally just moved after the day after I filmed my last video, my ultrasound video, and I think I said it in that video that I was moving soon. So I've been like getting settled in and stuff like that here in North Carolina with my sister, my brother, and my mom. So yeah, but I decided to go ahead and do this video. I made 12 weeks on Sunday. I think I made 12 weeks on Sunday. I think it was Sunday or yesterday. No, Monday. I think it was Monday. It was one of those, Sunday or Monday. I made 12 weeks. The last time you seen me, I was 9 weeks and 4 days. So I'm going to go ahead and do this video for some women who probably are having signs that they might be pregnant and they don't know for sure. I'm going to be telling y'all my signs that I had before I missed my period. Mind you, I did take my test after I missed my period because I was waiting on that sign, because that is the most common sign, of course. But I was having symptoms before I missed my period, but I didn't want to take a test until after I missed my period, if that made sense. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started and let y'all know what my signs were. Okay, so my first symptom, my most common symptom that I had that kind of like was the fact that I was hungry all the time. Don't get me wrong though, like I eat anyways. Like even before I got pregnant, I was eating a lot. It wasn't even that big of a deal, but at the same time, how do I explain it? Okay, so I would eat a lot anyways, but when I got pregnant, I guess like when I like started realizing, it was because when I was hungry before I was pregnant, like it'll be like a hungry like, dang, I want to eat, but I wouldn't necessarily like go eat or like want it, like, you know, just, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't necessarily just have to have something to eat. It's just be like, oh, I'm hungry, like I wish I had something to eat, you know what I mean? But since I got pregnant, like when I say I'm hungry, I mean I'm hungry. Like I need to eat, you feel me? Like when I got hungry, I had to have something to eat. If I didn't have something to eat, my stomach would start hurting and I would just feel like I need food. Like, you feel me? I would go find something to make. I'm gonna make something just to make sure I'm hungry. I mean, I'm fed. So that was one of my main symptoms, like eating a lot, realizing like I was eating more than I was normally eating before. So that was the first sign, really. But I mean, that can be like that's a very common sign, but at the same time, don't think it's like, because especially now people are eating anyways because of this quarantine stuff, so people probably just eating, bored eating, you know what I mean? The next symptom or sign that I had was sore breast. And the thing, what made this so weird is because I didn't realize how sore they were until I was brought to the attention, like, are your breasts sore? Because again, like I said, I kind of had a feeling that I was pregnant because I knew what went down when I was doing what I wasn't supposed to be doing. So I knew what happened. I had a pretty clear idea of what happened, you know what I mean? If y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't, oh well, I'm not gonna say it because that's kind of inappropriate. But so I kind of knew. So I already kind of like was thinking like, what if I'm pregnant? You know what I mean? And I brought it to my sister's attention. I was like, what if I'm pregnant? Like, I feel like I could be. You know what I mean? And she grabbed my breast. Like, she grabbed one of my breasts and she said, I'm not gonna squeeze it because they are sore. She grabbed it, like squeezed it and said, do your breasts hurt? Like, she said, does this hurt? And when she did it, I'm telling y'all, that junk hurted. Like, I really felt like, but you know what? The thing is, I'm thinking in my head like I'm finna start my period, so my titties were naturally sore, but I didn't realize how sore they were until she squeezed it, like, and it was like it was like not how it usually be. And after she squeezed it, that's when I started realizing like how sore they actually were. And I would like, one night I could not sleep on my stomach, like I could not sleep on my breast. And I guess that's how it is, like when stuff is actually brought to your attention the first time, that's when it starts like clicking in your mind, because that's how I was when I was pregnant. Like, I really wasn't having like symptoms until I found out. My next symptom, and this actually should have been before the breast, because this was a main thing. And again, it was a period symptom, but at the same time, it was irregular. Like, it was not how it was supposed to be. So, I knew I was finna start my period soon, within 2 weeks of when it started. But I was cramping so bad. Like, I was cramping every day. Like, usually if I'm finna start my period, I start cramping like 3 days before I start my period. And then my period comes on like a couple days later. But like, I was supposed to start my period 2 weeks after the first day I started like cramping. I realized that I was cramping, and I would cramp every day up until my period was supposed to come on, and that's when I missed it. But again, I told y'all already, I was kind of pretty much had the idea that I was pregnant somewhere in my mind, like I could be pregnant. But at the same time, I knew my period was coming up, and I started cramping up, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's coming on early, because mind you, the 2 months before I got pregnant, the 2 months before that, I did have my periods, and they were late. They were a week late, both of those months. Like, 2 months in a row, they came a week late. And in my head, I'm thinking my period's gonna come late, but I knew the date was supposed to come up. But in my head, I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna come late. But then I started cramping, so I'm thinking like, okay, it's gonna come early this month. Maybe my period's just starting to become irregular. And my period was usually regular, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe my period's just like irregular. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, okay, my period just gonna come on. It's gonna come on in a few days. But after a few days of cramping, it never came on. And then 2 weeks passed by, and then that's when my period was supposed to come on, and it never came on. So I took a test 2 days after I missed my period. I know you're supposed to wait 2 weeks, but at the same time, I'm thinking in my head that it was already in my head like I could be pregnant, and I had already did the whoop-de-whoop a month before I took the test, or a month before I missed my period. So, well, almost a month, not necessarily a full month. So at the same time, I'm thinking like it's already been 2 weeks since I've been pregnant, and it's not like I recently had a period. I had a period right before I did the whoop-whoop. You know what I mean? Okay. So cramping was like one of my top symptoms that I had. Why is it doing it? Okay, so like my last sign, because honestly, y'all, I found out really early. I found out at 5 weeks, maybe more, because
when I went to the doctor, I thought I was 8 weeks, and I ended up being 9 weeks and 4 days. So I probably found out in like 6.5 weeks. I was just estimating when I found out. So I was thinking I was like 5 weeks.
But what was I gonna say? Anywho, I honestly forgot what I was gonna say, but I'm just going to say my last symptom, which I really didn't notice, was my moodiness. My sister noticed it though. However, she did, I don't know, because usually I would know if I'm moody. I would know if I get aggravated, because now I get aggravated bad. Like, I get in moods where I don't talk to nobody. Like, somebody say, I just be like, yeah, okay, like, you know what I mean? Like, just be like. So I know when I get aggravated, but my sister said I was aggravated before I actually found out I was pregnant, but I didn't know. Because my sister she always would tell me, she was like, saying, you pregnant. Like, she would just tell me before I even knew. She would just be like, saying, you pregnant. Like, she knew. But, yeah, so my moodiness, I guess she was like, okay, let me see. I don't really know an example. I don't really know an example of how my moodiness affected, how she could tell I was moody before I found out. But I realized after that I was moody, because, let me tell y'all a story. So, my sister and my brother went to go get my cousin. But the thing is, me and my sister was at the house by herself, and she left me. Like, my brother came to pick her up, and she didn't even tell me she was leaving. And usually if she goes somewhere, I go with her, unless she going with like her boyfriend or a friend or something like that. Usually if she goes somewhere, especially with my brother, I'ma go. So I'm thinking, I'm like, she really left me and didn't tell me. Like, really? So I was mad. But the thing what made me madder is because my cousin, the one that they went to go pick up, was supposed to get me. We were supposed to go together to the store after they picked her up from work to go get crab legs and stuff like that, because we was doing a seafood boil, because I was craving it. So we was doing a seafood boil or whatever, and I was supposed to go with them to go get the stuff, and they left me. So I bust out crying. Like, I was crying and I was kicking stuff. I was being extra. And like, now that I look back on it, I laugh at it now, but I was hurt. Like, I was sad. So yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it. Like, I didn't really have a lot of symptoms before I found out, because I did find out so early. I think that's what I was trying to say earlier. I did find out early, so like, I really didn't get to experience like symptoms people might feel it 10 weeks or so, you know what I mean? So but yeah, now y'all, it's crazy. My nails are growing like crazy. Well, some of them break off because they are thin. My nails still are thin, but they still grow so fast. Like this one just broke yesterday and it's already like, well, not yesterday, it was like a couple days, like 2 days ago, and it's already starting to grow back, you know what I mean? So my nails are growing fast, my hair is growing fast. I'm gonna show y'all my bump. I'm 12 weeks and 2 days, 3, something like that. I'm 12 weeks and something. Usually people start showing at 12 weeks. No, I'm not. Hold on, let me show y'all. I have like a bump. It kind of looks like how it did at 9 weeks when I showed y'all when I went to the ultrasound. The only difference I feel is like probably right here. It's more like round. Usually it's just like, like before this video, let's just say, or before like when I did the ultrasound video, it was just like a hump on my stomach. But now where my bladder is, it's starting to do like a little, it's starting to have, it's like really taking shape, you know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'll be trying to explain stuff and can't talk. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna do my 12-week update. Can I do my 12-week update? There's not really much to update you guys on. But I do have an appointment May 5th, and hopefully I'll be able to find out the gender. I don't really know for sure because it's my first time going to this doctor, and they but they got all my medical records and stuff like that, so they should be able to just catch me up on where I left off. And it's actually gonna be later than, okay, I'll be able to, I'm going to the doctor when I'm 15 weeks basically. I'll be like 15 probably and a half weeks when I go to the doctor, and honestly I feel like that's gonna be enough time to see the gender, especially because honestly, I feel like baby is developing fast. Like, I don't want to say, I've never been pregnant before, so I don't know. But when I went to the ultrasound the first time, I was so shocked because I did not know how big. I did not know it was going to be that big. Like, I did not know I was going to see hands, like little feet and hands. I did not expect that, and I did. So ain't no telling what it looked like now. It's probably longer hands, longer feet, arms. So yeah, I hope I'm going to be able to find out the gender. If not, I'm just going to wait patiently. Even though I'm impatient, I'm over here waiting. I got my gender reveal, my pink outfit ready. But y'all, for real, I'm thinking it's going to be a boy now. Like, for some reason in my head, I have the feeling it's a boy. I want a girl so bad, but in my head, everybody's telling me it's a boy. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I love you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And like I said last time, be on the lookout for more baby updates and more baby videos because they're coming. They're going to be a little slow right now because, of course, we're in quarantine and I can't really go out and do nothing. And it's boring in the house, y'all. We don't do nothing. So I don't really know what to tell y'all, but I mean, just know when baby gets here, or when my belly starts growing and stuff like that, and I have more like updates and stuff like that when I start getting on a regular schedule, like going to the doctor on a regular schedule, then of course I'll be able to update y'all every couple weeks or every few weeks. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that like button, and make sure you comment if you want any, like, if you have any questions or if you want any requested videos made. Of course I'll do them for you. So like I said, I love y'all, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
Okay, shorty, okay, shorty, okay, shorty.